Present.
Titian is a well-known artist from Italy that was born in between 1488 and 1490. Before he began working on his own, he became an artist's apprentice, as many young artists used to do. As an apprentice, he began working alongside a certain artist and learning from them. Oftentimes, when they worked together, they would develop some of the same ways of doing things. When he was around 9, he began working with Sebastian Zuccotti. Along with working with Zuccotti, he also worked with Giovanni Bellini. Even from a young age, Titian was seen by many as someone who possessed many creative gifts. Similar to his contemporary, Michelangelo, who also possessed many gifts. Titian used his many talents to create a career that flourished over 7 decades in the 16th century. He devoted his career to painting only, unlike Michelangelo, who is a sculptor, painter, architect, and poet. In his painting, he uses vivid colors that exceed all others. He is also known for his portraits and his paintings of nude figures. He created so many fascinating pieces that are still talked about to this day. A great example that shows his talent is his painting, Assumption of the Virgin. It's this first one right here. Peter Humphrey talks about this specific piece in his book, Titian. This piece is an oil painting done on one panel in 1518. It is 690 centimeters long and 360 centimeters wide. This is a commissioned piece that Titian did, and it is located in a basilica in Venice. When looking at this painting, it is easy to understand what is happening, especially since it seems to be 3 separate parts all in one painting, with each part interacting with each other. Looking at this piece, it is obvious that the story is about the Virgin when she ascended into heaven. If you look at the bottom, you see the apostles who are stretching towards the Virgin while she is ascending into heaven. Then, if you move into the middle, you see she is rising upwards. She is surrounded by small child angels who is singing and playing around her as she is carried towards God's embrace. Then at the top, you see God who is ready to embrace her. Another example of Titian's work is his painting Venus of Urbino, which is oil on canvas, and it was done in 1536. This painting is the most often talked about painting of the 16th century of a nude figure. Titian actually gained his legacy of female nudes after he painted this painting. It features a young woman who is laying naked across the bed with a small dog by her feet. Behind her in the upper right is a maid and a young child that is bent over looking into her chest. Titian used many strokes to create contrasting textures against her skin so that she was the main focus. For example, you see these textures on the fabric she lays on and on the bed. You can also see different textures where the maid and young child are, specifically in the wall hangings behind them. There are some different theories about the meaning behind this painting, but the exact meaning isn't known for sure. The biggest question about the painting's meaning is stated in Humphrey's book, Titian. He asks if the figure is actually the goddess of love and whether or not this is a marriage painting. And what he means by marriage painting is simply that if this painting is a statement of a certain couple's marriage. The last painting I'm going to talk about is called Crowning with Thorns. Titian finished his painting in 1543, and it is oil on wood panel. In the painting, some men are shown putting a crown of thorns onto Jesus' head. This is a very emotional scene, and Titian not only uses the subject matter to create emotion, he uses strong lines and motions to create movement and contrast to help create the emotion. By angling the men's arms and legs in every direction, it adds to the movement in the picture. This establishes emotion because we can see this is a stressful event from all the movement. Titian also uses strong contrast in the background, which creates a serious tone for the painting. Throughout his career, Titian devoted most of his time to painting. He enjoyed painting many subjects including self-portraits, paintings of nude figures, mythological and religious paintings, commissioned paintings, and more. He died at the age of 90 on August 27, 1576, after the plague hit Venice.